welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, K Reno is in the building.
Man, I'm here, man.
What's up, homie?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Man, I'm honored, man. You don't understand.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Man, I've been riding with you for a long time. You've been riding with me for a long time.
No doubt.
And I've always had the utmost respect for you, man.
Man, that means a lot coming from you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you taught me so much that you don't even know that you taught me.
Right.
You know, we'll get into that, but I'm glad to be here, big brothers.
Right. For sure.
Man.
Man, I want people to understand, first of all, like a lot of people out there who are just basically novice fans, you know, the fickle-minded, the come and go, whoever's hot type fans, they ain't likely to know who K Reno is.
Right.
But the students of the game, they know.
Yeah.
They know. This man's name stands for, what is it? It's Killer, what is it? Let me see. Killer Rhymes, hold on, Killer Rhymes, intellectually, let me see, K-R-I-N, nullifying opponents.
I was gonna let him figure it out. Yeah,
nullifying opponents, exactly. Yeah, like, man, that's a hell of a, just sit back and that's a hell of a responsibility to give yourself a name like that.
I mean, you know, we come from back in the days where battle rapping was the thing to do.
Yeah, that's your background.
That just stems from that battle rap mentality, man. Just nullifying opponents. You know, back in the days, you catch these cats on the streets, catch them at a rap contest somewhere, and just tear their head off. You know.
Right.
So yeah, I just came up with that acronym and put it together, man.
Right. Now, you and one of the main persons you used to battle with back in the Gap was Gangsta Nip.
Yeah.
Is that how y'all formed the Southpaw Coalition?
Yeah, that's how we got cool, man. You know, because Nip went to Jones, I went to Sterling.
Right.
So we was at war. The two schools was at war in sports and everything else. So when they had these talent shows at the schools, everybody be at the same talent shows. I don't care if it was Yates, Word, and Sterling, Jones.
Right.
You go to these talent shows, you're going to see Big Mello, Klondike Cat, Gangsta Nip. And so it's just that you know how that rapper animosity just be.
Right.
You're just, I'm mad at you just because you rapping. So, but me and Nip had a different kind of animosity towards each other for some reason, man. And we just finally squared it off one year. And when we did, it was like gunfight.
Man, I heard y'all was battling for hours, man.
You know, over the years, the story get exaggerated over the years. It wasn't hours, but it might have been about an hour. And that's a long time, you know.
Right.
But after that, man, we just had so much respect for each other. We got cool, man. It was like, man, you know, we better together than going against each other. So we went from trying to kill each other, we went to killing folks together, you know, after that. And then we just brought them into the SPC, and we've been brothers ever since.
Okay, so SPC was already in operation.
In the baby stages. We might have had 8 or 9 members at the time, you know. But once me and Nip got cool, that brought all the Jones rappers in, because now AC Chill was with us, Klondike Cat was with us, Murder One. All of them came from his side, and then by that time, man, it was hell to tell the captain after that, straight up.
And just so y'all know, these are all Houston rappers.
Yeah.
These guys have been going hard in the paint for a long time in H-Town. You know, basically the glue that's been keeping everything together, because when we fall off on the commercial end of things, it's the streets that's holding it down, that's keep us relevant. Man. And that's why people know who the Southpaw Coalition is, and they know about Screwed Up Click, and they know about H-Town Rap in Finland and in Denmark and Norway. These people are all over this music. They all over it, man. In fact, I didn't know the dominance that you had in the UK until I went over there and did some shows for myself. Yeah. I didn't know that these fans was like they fanatics, like K Reno fanatic type fans. And when I went there, it was like, man, K Reno was here and he sold the place out. He sold it out and he sold it out. Yeah. And then you came back again like a year later and did the same thing over there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't know either, Will. I ain't gonna lie. When I first got that call, or the email or however he contacted me, he was like, man, I want to bring you to Helsinki, Finland. And I was like, man, I didn't even know they listen to rap music over there. Like,
right.
And I was hesitant. I was like, man, because at that time I had never been overseas. It's like in 2005. And I went over there, man, and I saw it for myself, man. I was shocked, bro. I was shocked because but over there in certain parts of the world, they big on that underground scene. They don't even like the mainstream commercialized music over there. They more into what we do. So, I mean, you know, to see these guys out there, you know, blonde hair, blue-eyed white guys out there singing every word, every song that I never had no radio playing on.
Right.
It messed my head up.
You
know? So it was a hell of an experience for me, you know, but it taught me that, you know, it's a big world out there. We can't just try to relegate ourselves to the hood and all that, man.
Or just even America, like
even
Chuck
America.
D was saying. I interviewed Chuck D a few weeks ago, and Chuck D was saying that every black person should get a passport.
No question, man. No question. You know, they try to make it increasingly difficult for some of us to get them passports, you know. But, yeah, it is a thing to do, man, because, you know, the world is ours, man. We got to get it.
Right. Yeah, I was laughing because when I first went to Finland, I didn't know. My reaction was pretty much the same as yours when I first got the call to come to Finland and do a show.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, Matt Zanzala called me.
Yeah.
And Matt was like, say, man, I got a guy who wants to, you know, bring you to Finland.
Yeah.
And I was like, Finland? What the hell they know about Willie D in Finland? So I was like, well, tell him to send the money.
Right.
And we'll see.
Right.
So shit, he hit me back about 2 weeks later. He was like, okay, the guy wants to know where you want him to send the money to.
Right.
And I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm going to Finland.
We going now.
Man, yeah. And I got out there, man, and just like you said, I haven't had a lot of solo commercial releases, so it was people out there. They was singing every song. Man. I mean, I had to actually put songs in my playlist that I had never performed before.
Right.
Because they wanted those songs, and I remember like finishing the song, like finishing the concert. First of all, when I went out on the stage, the noise was so deafening.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I sucked it up though, man. I was walking around posturing for about 10 minutes. I was like, I felt like Mike over there.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I'm
walking, look, I'm walking around like, I'm like. Everybody,
anything you
touch
do,
somebody,
anything you do, scratch your nose. I'm gonna look behind me to see if somebody else major was behind me, because that's you hit the nail on the head. It's like when you step out, you like international superstar status, man.
Right.
They got so much appreciation, and it's because number one, you know, a lot of those mainstream guys they travel all over the world, but dudes like us, it's rare when they get to see somebody.
Exactly.
Like they into us like this, like man. So they just like you say, it's like Michael Jackson being over there, man. So I did the same thing a couple of times. I just stood on stage and let them holler and scream, you know, for 2-3 seconds, you know. But because you know at that time, like I said, I had never been over there, so that was a once in a lifetime thing for me. I didn't know if I was going back.
Right.
So I sucked it up, like you said.
Why is it that they get us more than the people in the U.S. get us? And this is where we're from.
I mean, I think, man, in some cases, when you just break it down locally, I think familiarity breeds that kind of contempt. Like, we see him all the time. You know, so, they ain't nobody but K-Rino, man. I seen him at Taco Cabana last week, you know. But to go halfway or all the way around the world to these people who, and truthfully, they may never see you again. And they listen to your music, know your story, you know, they gonna embrace it and they gonna give it their all, man, and they gonna really show that appreciation for you being there, man. And plus, especially if you the kind of artist that allows them to actually, you know, if you personable like that, you know, if you just so distant and they can't nobody get it, but if you can shake hands and sign stuff and they right in the middle, they really gonna appreciate that 10 times more. So,
that's true. Yeah. That was the first time that I had signed like an average of three autographs per person.
Yeah.
Because they wanted the album cover signed. They wanted the T-shirt signed. Some girls wanted the breast signed and the butt signed. And I remember these two girls walked up to me after the show. and one of them said, "How come you didn't sing 'I Want to Fuck Your Mama'?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Wow!" Out of all the songs, know.
Yeah. Well, that's like when Eddie Murphy was saying, a dude from Africa, "Eddie Murphy, fuck you, Eddie Murphy." So that's like they take certain things and that they identify with, but that you hit it, man. I mean, they want to capture the whole experience, man.
Mm-hmm.
They want the whole Willie D experience, man. So I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man, and it to this day. It helped me because when I got back, I was never the same. I'm like, man, I love my hood, love my city, but I want the whole world.
The whole world out there.
I want the whole world now.
Yeah, that tripped me out. I mean, and I'm gonna get off this, but man, I gotta share this story. Yeah. The editor from the #1 magazine in Finland at the time, he called me to interview me. It's rare when the editor interviews you, for a major magazine.
Right.
Normally they got other journalists interviewing you. So he hits me up and he said, "Willie D, you know you are in concert the same night as 50 Cent." And I said, "Yeah, I heard." He said, "Yeah, but you have nothing to worry about. People are coming to see 50 because he's hot.
Right.
They're coming to see you because you are a legend."
Yeah, no question.
And I was like,
yeah.
Wow. But I still didn't get it till I actually showed up there. When I got there, I was like, whoa, so this is what it feels like, huh?
Well, fan base, when you got a fan base, a core audience that supports you, it don't matter who else in town. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It's like, man, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm a Dolomite fan. I love Rudy Ray Moore.
Okay.
I wouldn't care. You could name anybody that's just supposed to be the most major cat in the world, and you give me a free ticket to his show, but it costs $100 to go see Dolomite. I'm going to see Dolomite. I don't care 12 people in there. So it's just when they got that love for you as an artist, that's for you. They ain't worried about nobody else, straight up.
Right. Man, the Dolomite died.
He died in 08. Yeah, he died in 08.
Yeah.
He been gone. Yeah.
It's sad, man. That was a good dude. I remember going to the Majestic Theater downtown.
Yeah.
Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore, and all that stuff. What was it? The Devil's...
Peter Wheatstraw, the Devil's Son-in-Law.
Devil's Son-in-Law. Oh, man. Those were some good times.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. Straight up.
Okay, Reno, man. You're most people, when they think of you, man, they think of you being this serious guy all the time. Everybody know you're intellectual, but people tend to think of you of being serious all the time. Man, what does K. Reno do for fun?
Man, people don't know, man. I'm the silliest dude in the world, man. I like, sometimes it depends on the environment. If I'm in a serious environment, if I'm running with Minister Robert and Brother Derek and we doing things out in the community, I'm serious. But behind the scenes, man, I'm the silliest dude in the world, man.
Right.
Like to have fun, shoot ball all the time, man. Just talk crazy with my partners, and that's what we do, man.
Right.
So, yeah, it is.
Whatever happened to that group you was in, Real Chill? That was your first group. Wasn't
that
the
first group
you was in?
That was like in the mid '80s. Me and
that was '86.
Yeah. We still cool. One of the homies, his name is GT. We still like brothers to this day.
Okay.
But he does videos now, and he's cold because he do a lot of special effects stuff. And my other partner that was in the group, he cut hair. So we all still tight, man. That it was just for a time, man. That we was just starting out trying to be Run DMC or whoever we were trying to be at the time, man.
Right.
And we was able to get our feet wet. That was our training ground in the industry because we didn't know nothing about studio promotion, none of that. My dad spent thousands of unnecessary dollars because we didn't know the game,
Right.
But it gave us a chance, because we was one of the first groups to put a record out. I think we came right after the first Ghetto Boys with Jukebox and all them. They
Right.
had the Car
Car
Freak
Freak
and all that. Yeah.
Right.
We came out a little bit after that.
Right.
So I mean, it was a good
Y'all hit
experience
that
time.
with Rockin' It.
Yeah. We had the Rockin' It out back then.
Right.
But I mean, and I mean, we pressed up. It was straight on vinyl. We ain't had CDs wasn't around at the time, and we didn't do no cassettes, and we just pressed up 10 million vinyl, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what we was gonna do with them, you know. But and I still got some today stacked up in the closet. But
you ain't trying to sell them? I mean, you can make a lot of money on eBay with those
Hey,
things.
look, I took some to Finland.
Yeah.
And sold
I know
the
they
hell
ate
out
it
of
up.
them.
I know they ate that up.
Yeah, straight up. And but if people ask for them, you know, I bring some out. And on certain occasions when I do like a album release or a big show, I bring them out and I just give them away. You know,
Man, you put them things on eBay, man, and get paid because
no
you
question.
know vinyl records are a big thing right now.
Yeah.
People paying minimum $100 for those records.
Better than old stuff like that.
Yeah. You can really eat off that, man. So we got a new president, man.
Yeah, no
got a new
question.
president. Got Donald Trump in the House,
No doubt.
in the White House, and man, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, my thought is it's kind of funny to me because I'm looking at how scared everybody getting. You know, black folks and Latino folks, they scared to death. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, well, if you're getting that scared and nervous behind a politician being placed in office, then you don't have the belief in a God that you claim you have. Because if you a Christian or Muslim or whatever it is you claim, and you worried about some dude in office, man, then your faith ain't as strong as you claim it is. You know, I mean, I honestly believe that.
But can't you have faith and still believe that you got a kook in the house? You know, like just a fool?
Yeah, you can believe it because he is a fool, but you shouldn't be scared of him. You shouldn't be scared of anything that he
Not
says
scared of
he's
him,
gonna
but
do,
scared of what he
what he's
possibly
gonna
do.
Yeah, and but you shouldn't fear that. You know, at the end of the day, part of my belief is that God places circumstances in order to make us get right. You know, for years you got black people that we haven't united, we haven't pooled our resources, we haven't established businesses of our own, and we always seeking to integrate and rub elbows with white folks and get next to them, and history
And waiting
has
on them to
proved
pass
we
us
ain't
something
got
down.
Nothing, right?
Right.
But when the heat get up under you, if he puts the kind of heat up under us that most people believe he's gonna put up under us, it's gonna force us to unite. You know, so you know, I believe that's a plan that could.
Well,
be
hell,
put in
I
place
like
by
him
God
then.
himself.
Well, if you're going to put it like that,
Look, and
Donald Trump, do your thing, man. Dog us out.
and
Do
the
us
wise-
dirty.
And the wise people among us
I mean,
think the way you
I'm
think.
ready.
Like, come on with it. Some
Yeah.
people are glad because they're looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is us coming together as a people and getting out from under the foot of America. You know, and if we can pull that off by any means, we got to take some stripes. So we got to get whapped across the ass a few times to get right. Then so be it. Straight up.
Yeah, but you know, Donald Trump ain't just scaring black folks; he's scaring the international community. Like, I remember there was a distinct difference in how people perceive the president-elect versus how they perceived President Obama once he became president, or even before he became president of the United States. When he was running, I was traveling. You know, I do a lot of traveling, so abroad, and majority of people were rooting for Barack Obama abroad. This is the international community. They wanted Obama to be in office, not McCain. This time around, the international community was hoping that Hillary Clinton got in. And I understand people say, you know, Hillary Clinton, oh man, she's a devil. She's just like the rest of them. And, you know, Hillary, calling her Hillary and all this type of stuff.
I use that one
It's the
before
left.
myself.
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
And I understand all of that stuff. But man, people are shaking their boots about Donald Trump because, you know what? He made some statements that somebody posted next to statements that Hitler made.
Yeah.
And man, they were eerily similar.
Right.
So when you start thinking about what Hitler was able to do and how people just totally disregard it, because when you think about when I really think about Hitler, when I read his the autobiography of Hitler and all that stuff, and I read stuff about Hitler, he didn't seem like that smart of a dude to me.
Right.
He really just seemed like a off dude. He seemed like he was off. He was something
thrown
missing.
off, yeah.
He was thrown off. There was something missing in his life.
Yeah.
And he just had the prowess to get to that point to where he could convince people to follow him.
Right.
You know, you don't have to be like an intellect.
No, you
to
just
be able
have,
to
you
do
got to
that.
be charismatic
You got to
have
be
that-
charismatic.
Have
Exactly.
the pull. You know, some guys they not just the smartest guy in the world, but they have the pull or the
Right.
attracting power on the people, and that's sometimes that's all you need.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, K Reno is in the building.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.